everybody. Thanks for joining us here on this blustery day. We've gathered here today because tonight Republican primary voters will, for the very first time in this election cycle, choose who they want to be the Republican nominee for president. Yet, if we're all being honest about it, there is no difference between the Republican candidates in this field when it comes to what it means for working families and for all Americans who want a better life for themselves and for their communities. Tonight's contest is simply a question of whether you like your MAGA Trump agenda wrapped in the original packaging, or with high heels, or with lifts in their boots. Instead, the real decision will be made in the general election, where the stakes couldn't be higher. Earlier this month, Joe Biden delivered a speech where he made the contrast very clear. The 2024 presidential election is one of the most critical contests this country will ever face. The anti-freedom, anti-democracy ideas that Donald Trump's party stands for are the same, whether it's him or his mini-me's spewing it. It's not just casual rhetoric that they're throwing out there, it's a dark picture of the America they want to see realized. Here we stand on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and this field of candidates is espousing Adolf Hitler's ideas, denying that the Civil War was about slavery, or demonizing and discounting the rights of large groups of Americans. All of these Republican candidates are singing the same terrible song. Does any of that mean a better future for our country? It doesn't take much to see that someone who brags about their role in ripping away freedoms from millions of American women will do even more damage if given the chance. And it doesn't take much to see that someone who's committed crimes, who can only whine about how he's been wronged, is going to do not much to protect or stand up for your family. The media has speculated, and there have been polling data released that show that Donald Trump is in the lead for the Republican nomination, but we've all seen that early on in these contests, you've got polling that tends not to bear out along the way. So all I can say is that this campaign is ready, willing, and able to take on any of those MAGA Republican candidates and beat them.
But can you address Biden's current low approval numbers of 33%? And I have a follow-up.
Sure. Well, let me begin by saying that Joe Biden has yet to have had a battle joined between the Republicans and running against a single Republican. So until we see that, we won't know really what the numbers are. But I can tell you this, that it's Joe Biden that's delivered for the American public. It's Joe Biden that's got an awful lot to brag about. And I think the dangers that are posed by this Republican field will be well known to people once again one of them is chosen.